What's up, guys? As promised, this is your video about the 10 burning questions that you get when you tell people you're in NFTs. And if you don't know already, I'm your friendly neighborhood FUD fighter, Michael T. Ragland. That guy over there is No-Mo Dan. And we're gonna hop right into it. I don't even care how he's doing. I just want to answer these questions because I'm so tired of people asking me this question. Let's go. Or LFG for those who know. If you know, you know.
All right. You need to stop talking because I'm gonna ask the first question.
Question number one. Go.
Let's go. Can't I just right-click save this image?
Yes, you can. Next question. Nah, I think a common comeback for that one is, well, you can right click and save the Mona Lisa as well, but that doesn't mean you own the real Mona Lisa. So if you look at our last video that talks about each NFT being unique, that's why you can't just right click and save it. Like we see people doing it all the time on the internet, but we can look at the blockchain and see that you don't own that thing. My turn to ask a question. Let me see. The second question is, how are some pictures of apes selling for millions of dollars? Tell me, how's that, Daniel?
Have you seen them? They look cool. That's all. Nah, I think people forget that this is like, so there's a couple of different types of buyers. There's the people that want to have this image of, they know it's worth millions of dollars. It's like, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from watch lovers, but it's like wearing a Rolex. When people see you wearing a Rolex, they're like, okay, he's class, he's got money. So there's that aspect of it. But then there's also the part behind it that people don't understand or see. And that's a community aspect. That's a rewards aspect. That's an investment aspect. So the reason why they're selling for lots of money is because they're more than just an image.
And the market sets a price. They don't care what you think or what I think.
Mm-hmm.
But with Dan, more than just an image. What's the next one for me, brother?
All right. Why are you buying them if they're so bad for the environment?
Why do I always have to get the hard questions? I think we get this one all the time. There's a lot of things that are bad for the environment, but when it comes to Ethereum as a blockchain itself, I know they're working on another method. I'm not going to explain the difference between proof of stake and proof of work, but they're transitioning to proof of stake, which is going to make it like 99% better for the environment. But my argument always is that, do you drive a car? Bottom line, unless you have a Tesla, there's other things in life that you do that are also quote unquote bad for the environment. But I think it's a big question. And Vitalik and the rest of the Ethereum people have kind of stepped up to it. They are working on it, but it is a process. It's gonna take a while to change over, but it's a great question. And it's a great point. Yeah. All right, my turn to ask the next question. Hopefully it's another hard one. Are people just selling pictures of literally anything? Oh, that's an easy one, damn it.
Yeah, I love this question because it's like, yeah, and they're getting credit for what they deserve. So chill out. And my other thing that I talk about is like, people have been selling images on the internet for years. Now it can be traced, now it can be tracked. So people used to sell stock images and you upload your photos of a river or a lake and then people would buy that for 0.1 cent or whatever. I don't know. But the thing is, images have been being sold for years and now people are getting credit for it and now they can sell what they want. So no longer are artists broken freaking showrooms because they can't afford to actually put their gallery up. They can find a spot online that's free. So stuff you in that question.
Makes sense. And it's not always about the art. Listen to what we're saying. All right. What's the next one?
What are these royalties that I keep on hearing about?
I mean, this actually goes hand in hand to what Dan was saying before about artists getting rightfully compensated for their work. Like for me, I have a background in the music industry. What a lot of people don't know is that you don't make hardly anything, depending on your deal, which most suck, off your actual recorded music. You make it off of touring and other things, but labels try to sign deals where they can take that money as well. The beautiful thing about this is that this is direct to the consumer and you can make a royalty every time it's sold in perpetuity, aka forever. So I think it's an amazing thing for the artist to do it, and it's done by smart contracts, so there's no human intervention needed. It's like, if this happens, send me my money, which basically means if it's sold, the artist gets paid over and over again. So that's how I answer that question. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's move on to the next one. Let me see. Can you make anything into an NFT?
We briefly talked about, artists being able to do what they like and create art and stuff like that, but it's not just limited to art. We've had musicians release albums. You can attach documents, you can attach text. People have been releasing poems, and so you can make pretty much anything into an NFT, even a picture of your turd if you're really keen. But
I think that's the thing. It's already happened, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, and that's why I mentioned it. All right, on to the next question. Is this just a fad?
It's one of those things where actually I think this is going to surprise you. Yes, it is. It is a fad, right? The current trend in NFTs is definitely a fad or a bubble or whatever you want to call it. I feel like they're all going to go to zero for the PFP projects, for the NFTs. Maybe the Bored Apes and stuff will be around, but this is like step one of actually understanding what an NFT is. So I can probably say everything moves so fast. Maybe not a year, but maybe 2 years from now, nobody's going to care about profile pictures. If it gets adopted the way it should be, it'll be more like, hey, I actually went and bought a car and now my title's an NFT as opposed to a profile picture. But keep in mind, there's always going to be room for speculators, which is really what's driving the like profile picture or NFT marketplace as it stands right now. So it's always going to be a market for that. I just don't think it's going to be as frothy or as hot as it is right now. And that's a great thing. Like, I don't mind that. I'm not mad about it at all. You just got to adapt and evolve as those things come.
Yeah, I agree. And I think one big thing that stands out to me is that a lot of people are buying these additional packs and games and stuff like that. Wait till that hits the NFT market. That is going to go wild.
Great point.
And that's the sort of stuff you're talking about. That will hold on for a long term. The PFPs.
100%. Yeah, my kids are not going to know what it feels like to actually like upgrade your guy on NBA 2K and then have to do it again and pay more money next year. Cool. So our next one, get this one all the time. So what should I buy?
I say straight away, there's a company, or like not a company, a group called Bored Apes. Just make sure you ape into those, so you can afford them. No, the big thing is, especially for new to NFTs, I say buy whatever you want, buy the cheapest thing you can find that looks nice to you, because it is an experience to buy something for the very first time. So if your mate asks you what should I buy, you can tell them what you think, but at the end of the day, it's get them to buy something that they feel invested in, get them to do their own research, and then just tell them give it a go. And be there by their side to help them out. Like, don't be a dog about it and just be like, yeah, just go on MetaMask and mint a bloody toucan. I don't know.
Yeah, 100%. And I think the thing about this, the reason why the device is so good is that it's all subjective. And this market is, like I said, it's a flipper's market. It's nobody can guess it. Nobody has the answer. If they tell you they have the answer, they're probably making stuff up. Don't listen to them. Do your own research. Make your own informed decision. Cool. What's the next one?
All right. Do I have to pay tax? We get this way too much. Shut up.
IRS listening. What's going on here? The thing about that, I'm not an accountant. Ask an accountant for those things. It's like anything else you say. I think people overcomplicate it all the time when they're just like, oh, do I have to pay tax? And it's like, listen, like a capital gain is a capital gain. It doesn't matter if you sold stocks, your car, whatever. If you made money off of that, odds are you're probably gonna have to pay taxes on it. But once again, I am not a financial advisor or a tax attorney, but just use common sense when it comes to those things. That's my advice for that, because I'm not trying to get sued.
No, just keep a record of no matter what you do. That's great practice for you learning how your trades went or how your flips went. And it's also going to help you if you do need to go down that avenue. But once again, we are not accountants. We're not giving you any sort of advice on that regards. If you're concerned, go see someone who knows.
100%. Cool. So
last question.
All right. All right, here we go. The last question, guys. I'm thinking about launching my own NFT project. Is there a book I can read? Okay.
What a way to end this YouTube segment. Yes, there is certainly a book you can buy. We wrote it. It's called Idea to Launch by NFTU. So
what's it called again?
Please,
what's it?
Isn't it called Idea to Launch?
Guys, he doesn't even know. He's like the primary author on this book and he forgot the name because I named it. It's called the NFT Launch Handbook from Idea to Launch. There's a link down below in the description. You can grab it on Amazon now.
Do you know what? I think that shows that I'm just like, it's good. It speaks for itself. Just read it. That's all. You don't need to find out what it's called.
All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Those are just some quick rapid fire questions that we get all the time about NFTs. Let us know in the comments the type of questions that you get from people. So maybe in our next video, we can do some answers to the questions from the comments as well, guys. Thanks for checking this one out. Until next time, it's your friendly neighborhood flood fighter, Michael T. Ragland, signing off, and your boy, No Mo Dan. Peace.
See ya.